When I made a video recently about how I picked the best radio for emergencies, many people asked to see what else I keep in my emergency bag. So here it is, and I'll give you a walkthrough. One thing I'd like to point out is that I don't consider this a go bag or a bug out bag as such. I consider this bag to have things in it which a person might need at any time something unexpected happens. It could be anything from a severe weather emergency, a car wreck, or something as simple as an allergy attack. So, we'll start with some of the basics. As Ford Prefect would say, you should always know where your towel is. I also carry Kleenex, a poncho, some antibacterial wet wipes, and 2 emergency blankets. I also have 3 Airtight Thermoses. I use these because they help buffer the extreme temperatures that might be encountered in the back of a car. I have tested these, and during the summer here in Texas, the inside of a car can approach 180 degrees. But inside these thermoses will never reach more than 98 degrees during the hottest part of the day. The same for winter. It will keep the temperature above freezing. This is especially important for the ham radio, which has a lithium battery which could be damaged by very high temperatures. I also do not store the battery inside of the radio, since it does use a software power button, and the radio does drain a small amount of power even when not turned on, and can run the battery down in a matter of weeks. This little radio can transmit and receive on all kinds of different frequencies, including ham radio, GMRS, FRS, NOAA weather stations, MERS radio, FM radio, among others. They can also connect to ham repeater stations, allowing emergency communications anywhere in the Metroplex. I also keep a list of all of the pre-programmed channels stored in the radio for quick reference. And I also keep a list of common frequencies used in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. Of course, I have the USB charging cable for the radio, as well as spare AA batteries for some of the other things I carry, which I'll get to shortly. So, in case anyone was wondering why I don't carry a USB charger, it's really not that necessary because my car, which is a Nissan Leaf, has a USB port built right into the car, in which case, so I can charge the radio directly from the car as well as some of the other devices that I have. And you might be thinking, well, what happens when the car runs out? Well, this is an electric car. It's not going to run out of 12 volt power for quite some time. And even if it did, it has a 12 volt solar panel on the top, which will keep it charged. I also carry 4 bottles of water and a container of food. The food is mostly things that would be high in protein and have a decently long shelf life. I do replace this food every 6 months. The last canister contains commonly used medicine by those in my family. I keep chewable versions since both kids and adults can use these. I've packaged small amounts of some lesser needed medicines inside little Ziploc bags and labeled them. That way I can fit a lot more variety of things in the canister. I also keep Chapstick in the canister so it doesn't melt during the summer. I also have a first aid kit filled with all kinds of useful things, as well as some off wipes. I prefer the wipes over liquid for storage like this. Here's some sunblock, and my wife said we should also carry some shampoo and soap. I keep a travel shaver because a good shave is required to remain civilized. And here's some pepper spray, which is useful against animals with 2 legs or 4 legs. Here's some duct tape, and inside I've stashed some matches to save space. You never know when you'll need some nylon rope. Those are glow sticks. This is a decently powerful and rugged flashlight. And of course, everyone should have some kind of sturdy knife handy. So an obvious question people might ask is, why don't I keep some sort of firearm in the bag? Well, I actually had one of those stolen out of my car many years ago. It was a very nice Glock 19. And I've decided I will never leave firearms in the car again. They always stay on my body. And so I'll always have a firearm with me in the car, but it's always going to be on my body. Now, of course, there is an obvious chance that if somebody breaks into my car, they will take my emergency bag, but there's nothing in there of a huge amount of value. The most expensive thing in there is the ham radio, which is worth about $50, brand new. So, you know, I mean, a thief, yeah, they'll probably take the bag, but they're not going to exactly get a lot out of it of any kind of resale value. and I can always make another one. Fortunately, I haven't had my car broken into in many, many years because I no longer have aftermarket stereos or any of the kind of thing that would entice a thief to be interested in breaking into my car. And certainly nobody's going to steal my car. It would be virtually impossible to steal my car without a tow truck. So I think I'm good there.